to square up. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olsen, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go from Lumen Field. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here an early 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Milroe, and that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Israel Mukuamu.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a run inside, and it's Charbonnet.
This defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Milroe. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
First down 10 at their own 42-yard line.
to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over just shy of midfield.
The second down pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The first carry for the Spartans. Kenneth Walker. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's Milroe to throw. Forced to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play for Seattle. 39 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll throw on first down with Milroe. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
Second and 10. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
Here comes the jet sweep. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 5. He'll look to throw. and down the field. That's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A huge play for Dallas. 33 yards. First and 10. To the right side, this is McCaffrey. Good blocking to the 15. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. Cowboys will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Corey Horton now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
First down 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Hassan Reddick there to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. To the air, it's Milroe. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Milroe now off the bootleg. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Giambi Brown was the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
They do a really nice job defensively in there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Milroe. That one to Zach Charbonnet. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Milroe gonna throw it again. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28. Here's Walker to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Penalty yards marched off, and they'll try it again on 2nd and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this one out to his fullback.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. First carry here for Kyren Williams. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good.
We are through 1. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Dallas.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, he'll throw. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
This is 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his third touchdown catch this year. On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This out to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Milroe. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete. He'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. And he's got it. Remove the chains. 1st down at the 47.
Job well done right there. 3rd and inches. You don't want to chop or step or go east and west. You're just trying to hit this thing downhill as hard as possible, run right at the defense. And he doesn't get a whole lot, but he does get the 1st down.
On the zone read, this is Milroe. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Now Milroe. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Milroe facing 3rd and long. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game. On 1st down, they pick up 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
That's complete on the tight end screen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but He was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
To throw again is Milroe. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Savon Revel. And the Cowboys will take over at their own 15.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A huge play for Dallas. 31 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down as we hit a 2-minute warning here in this first half.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put Pickens in motion. They'll look to throw. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be 3rd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson, and he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Kyle Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. It's Milroe. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
It's 3rd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass, it stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
This one complete right side to Harris. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A huge play for Dallas. 47 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now, faking the give. Hit as he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start with Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Donovan Ezaraku there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Milroe. That's into traffic, but taken in. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Seattle.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st down, it's Milroe. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
On 2nd down, here's Milroe. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
On 3rd down, Milroe. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Loss of 9.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher, and this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Maverick! 60 Maverick!
They'll try and throw for it with Milroe. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one off. Touchdown, Seattle. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year.
So by nature, Mike, you know I am a guy that is generally aggressive on 4th down, but I'm not sure if I was the coach that I would even be this aggressive. I mean, it was 4th and long, but hey, listen, they have confidence in their offense. They have confidence in their group, and hey, who are we to second guess them?
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks cut the lead to 3, 24-21.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Look wide, get this one complete. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And showing the quick feet there as he gets forward for a pickup of 3.
At the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Israel Mukuamu. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Off the play fake, here's Milroe. This is caught at 2. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
That's good for a Seahawks.
That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up. Two yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80. Alert, alert. Hey, hey, check that.
Charbonnet trying to find a crease in that massive humanity, but he's going to come up short.
No gain on the play.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Track. Viking 18. Ready?
They run on the jet sweep, and he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss.
3-yard loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
70 Timberwolf. Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60.
On 3rd and goal, Milroe. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to tie things up here in the 4th.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time?
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll get about 5.
McCaffrey on the handoff. Brought down by Ernest Jones. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's Williams. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to take this lead.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They run once more with McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Now this time they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Kayvon Thibodeaux, former 5th overall pick, in there to drop him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Kaiir Elam. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only did they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
Myers now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will go up by 7.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Cowboys 24. Michael Dixon to kick off.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Short throw caught by Ferguson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time, comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man down the field, it's Ferguson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive, this one for 23 yards.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards, but we'll need to check on the call. Here's first down. They'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking. Nobody was getting back into their drops and just nowhere for that back to go.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And we're at the stage in this contest where possessions become extremely limited, so I don't blame them for going for it. But if they lose this game, this is going to be one of those play calls I think they wanted to have back.
Starting this drive on the ground. Here comes Charbonnet. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
36-yard line.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Milroe on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 29-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to try it here again. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
Here's second down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on fourth and long. Throwing now from the gun. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he is going to have a Cowboys first down. They convert in style there. Big play on fourth and long.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's the spike, and he stops it with 8 seconds remaining. Looking to throw here on second and 10. He'll let this go for Pickens. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
No louder place than here in Seattle before third down. Here we go. One final play. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. Get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks, as we say, so long from Seattle.